I'm Marika.
And I'm Miles.
And this is I Don't Know What I'm Doing.
Because we don't. You guys, we fucking don't. Play the jingle.
Hi. We always start with our fails.
Mm-hmm. I have a fail.
Good for you. Okay.
You guys, my fucking weekends are a joke. As far as getting shit done that needs to be done.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like being lame at being at home.
Oh yeah, no, I love being lame at home.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes
I went out last night. It was great. Watched a drag queen put a fake flower through her fucking face. Yep. Watch that happen.
Wait, like magic?
Like
gauges were in her cheeks?
Yeah, so I think she had her cheek. So I was at Berlin. It was like a fantasy woodsy, like fairy woodsy theme drag thing.
Okay.
Whatever. So the main bitch, like, she puts a fucking flower. Yeah, I think she has her cheeks pierced or something.
Yeah.
Puts a flower through.
Okay.
I don't know if it's entirely through. I think it's just two sides of a flower, but it looks like it's going all the way through. And she's fucking lip syncing with this flower just sticking out of her cheeks, not holding it or anything.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, I was like shocked. And then she finishes and the performance, and my friend Henato was like, did she like glue them? I was like, no. My other friend Liz and I were like, she fucking inserted them. She was bleeding.
Ah!
On her left cheek was bleeding. I was like, holy
what? That
moly.
is dedication.
I was like, my mouth was just like, I dropped.
Holy moly.
Holy moly. My jaw was just dropped.
Oh my god. So it's like an actual real flower too.
I think it was a plastic flower. I think. I can't really tell.
Yeah.
And then another drag queen came on and just whipped the shit out of this like guy in a jockstrap. So. And then we danced. But so I mean that was fun. But today I was like, you know, I slept in like till like 10 something.
Okay.
And I'm like starting my day, and I was like, if I today can work out, study Korean, look for maybe look for frames, because I have like unframed shit, and I live by like maybe just like go to the thrift store and measure my shit, and then maybe borrow a power drill from my friend in the neighborhood and start to like, I have blinds that I bought like 2 weeks ago, and they're sitting in a giant box on my floor for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe I should install those today.
I could vouch for that.
I was like, if I could do those things and I have so much time, I'll be so happy.
What did you do?
Fast forward. This was the real to-do list, okay? This was what I really did. It
Okay.
was like, don't get out of bed for an hour. Like, just be on my phone. Like, Then be like, oh, fuck, I have to make breakfast. Watch Mr. Selfridge. This is this PBS show I'm rewatching right now. While I eat breakfast, go back on my phone, like, watch some like YouTube, like K-pop shit. Like, then Megan calls, my friend Megan, talk for an hour. Oh, now it's lunchtime. Now it's like 1 something, 1:30. Don't feel like making lunch yet. Go on my phone again. Then eat lunch. Somehow now it's like 3:45. And I'm like, what is happening? So I did go to the gym, but that's literally I went to the gym, made dinner, and Marika came over. So that was my entire fucking to-do list.
Sounds productive to me.
So, and I'm like, literally, this is me every weekend. And I'm like, this is why nothing's happening.
What do you mean what's happening? Like, you've done a lot of shit throughout the whole week at work.
I did. This was like a big work week. And we worked late.
So, and you're having the huge project being, you know, that you're executing.
Yeah.
At work.
Multiple projects.
Yeah. So, yeah, you've done a lot of shit. Okay? Don't, like, be too hard on yourself. Okay?
I could have done a little bit more today. I was on the couch for a long... I was like in a bed and then a couch.
Probably done some home thing or something for your for your condo. Like, I don't fucking know. Something small other than going to the gym.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. I do the same fucking thing, except minus the gym part. Okay?
Right. Well, that's my thing. When it got to be 4, I was like, Miles, you have to do fucking something on that list you thought of at 9 a.m. Or, sorry, at like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
You gotta do something on it, or you'll just be so pissed. So.
Yeah. And you picked the gym. Good for you.
I picked the guy.
My fail, I don't really know if it's a fail or not, but whatever. So, I have to go to bed in, an hour-ish.
It's currently, as of right now, like 7:20 p.m.
Yeah. And
on Saturday.
I have to be at Lagunitas at the magical time of 4:30 a.m.
You have to get there at 4:30.
I have to be there at 4:30.
If you're there at 4:31, you're late.
Basically.
Yeah. Marika, you have a full-time job. You don't have to do this anymore.
I thought, like, you know, it would be nice little side money. Like, I thought I'd be like, you know what? I don't want them to forget about me when there's, like, cool shit happening. So I gotta do this other shit. Okay. You know, to pay my dues, okay? Yeah. I like working for Lagunitas. Mm-hmm. I get a lot of free beer and whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just do this thing. 5 a.m. Thinking, 5 a.m. 4:30, like, this little, like, half an hour makes such a huge difference.
Well, 4:30 is a disgusting time.
It's
an insulting time.
Okay? I'm not sleepy yet. At all. Yeah. Okay? It's, like, daylight out still. The sun's, like, barely, like, it's going down. Mm-hmm. It's not even all the way down yet. And I have to wake up at, like, I have to wake up around 3 a.m. Okay? That is the time I arrive home from going out, and going to bed. Not waking up. I was going to this cool, like, birthday party.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to a My Super Sweet 16 themed birthday party.
Yeah. Do you think I want to go to bed and that's happening? No. Oh my God. I can't. Why do I do this to myself? Like, why? Like, why? Like,
I've been asking that for multiple episodes. Like, I don't understand.
Just don't get it. You know, I just want to work every day almost for the rest of my life.
Is it because you have, like, credit card debt that you're trying to pay off?
No. I think it's some type of validation that I'm seeking or something.
Is it working?
It's working for me. I think I like how people are like, Marika, like, why do you work so much? Like, oh my God, like, you work a lot. And I think I like that.
You're like getting to form an identity as a hard worker.
Yeah. I like that. Not lazy. Because a year ago, I was just watching shows about ghosts and taking 2 naps a day. So... that was called depression.
So this is like a reaction to that.
I feel so.
Like this needs to stop.
It will when it's winter because, you know, that's like the off season for Lagunitas mercenaries. Okay. So there you go.
You guys are called mercenaries?
Yeah. Kind of goes with our theme, which is I don't know how to be a nun.
I definitely don't know how to be a nun or priest or whatever. So I don't know how to be a nun is basically AKA we don't know how to not be horny. Yeah. But we can't put a double negative in the title. So this is just catchier.
Yeah. And cooler.
So this is the horny episode.
Okay.
Horn dogs.
So I looked up, do nuns really don't have sex? Or like what do they do with their sexual urges? This is from anunslife.org. So .org means it's like real legit.
You can cite that source on your paper.
Exactly. MLA format, bitch. Okay, so this nun says, so how do nuns deal with the temptation of wanting sex? Dealing with it may be resolved by a splash of cold water. Gentle
They did not say where you were splashing that shit.
No. Or it may mean...
Did they mean like, can we... stretch splash of water to mean like jacuzzi jet?
Or like the shower head?
Yeah. That's a little splash of water. Nuns, we see you.
We see you. It may mean talking it over with a trusted friend or mentor. Or another nun. So as soon as I read that sentence... as soon as I read this and then it's like, you know, your community, because you're with women who have made the same choice and can support you. I'm like, oh. Porn scenario automatically in my brain.
About, like, nuns being like, I'm so horny. And be like, yes. Me too, sister.
I'm so excited to look that up later. Okay.
I feel like horniness, we should take it back to the beginning. Mm-hmm. When was the first time that you were, like, attracted to... like, you felt attraction, like, that way?
Oh, like horniness?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember, AIM in Messenger?
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember Smarter Child?
Yes.
The bot, basically?
Yeah.
So I don't know how I got started, but I just started, like, typing, like, sexual things to it. Uh-huh. And obviously it didn't really say anything back to it. It said something back to me, but nothing ever sexual. But I just got, like, turned on by it. Mm. And, like,
But you have, like, I feel like you have a very rich fantasy life.
Fantasy life?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Like, even with, like...
Yeah.
So I feel like it's easy, it probably comes easy for you to build that.
Mm-hmm. What does that say about me? That I'm lonely as fuck?
I don't know, I think it's just part of your thing.
So... And then, you know, just, humping the keyboard a little bit, I guess? I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's, like, weird.
How old were you?
Like, 13, 12.
I think I was, like, 10. Some people are like, I knew I was gay since I was, like, 2. And I'm like, you were, like, a gay toddler? Like, I don't get it. But I do think about how we had to do book reports.
Yeah.
And I think in 4th grade. So I did mine on Andrew Carnegie. And I remember the cover, because he was, like, worked in the steel industry, is, like, these, like, steel workers, and they're, like, tank top, and they're, like, muscular, and, like, I didn't know why I picked it, but, like, something about the cover, like, made me want to pick it. Like, I didn't feel anything, like, bodily, but I was just like, ooh, interesting, and then I remember we had to say, like, why did you pick, this might have been in 5th grade, it might have been 5th grade, why did you choose your person, and I remember writing the cover.
Oh, okay.
Like, on the worksheet. I was like, I liked the cover.
Oh.
I didn't know why I liked the cover.
Oh, my gosh. Like, and you're supposed to, like, not judge a book by its cover, Miles.
Right. I know, I could have picked a way more interesting fucking person than Andrew Carnegie, but... It was, like, kind of interesting. It was, like, our first, like... Or, not a book report. Our biography. It was the first time we had to do a biography. And then I just ended up doing him, like, 4 years in a row. I just did Andrew Carnegie again, because, like, we'd have a new teacher, and I was like, well, I already know all the shit about the railroad, so I might as well just do it again.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was
That's so smart of you.
Yeah, I would just repeat it. Yeah. And then what about masturbation?
I honestly don't really remember that, but I do remember...
What grade were you in?
Oh, I was a sophomore.
Yeah.
And I was very, like, curious what my pussy looked like. So I remember, like, my parents weren't home, and I was, like, I just got entirely naked, and, like, we have, like, this hallway mirror, and I, like, masturbated in front of that, thinking it would be, like, really hot, but it, like, wasn't. It was just, like, weird.
It was weird.
And then I'm like, oh, that's what it looks like. Okay.
It is interesting as a woman that you can't really see it.
Yeah.
Very well.
You can't really see yourself, like, finish. It just kind of, like, oozes out of you.
Oh, God. Oozes.
Or squirts. Some women can squirt. Don't think I'm one of those women.
Mine is like a mist. Like a spray bottle mist. It's refreshing.
That sounds, like, really nice.
Mine... I remember people, like, guys would talk about masturbation and stuff in middle school. Okay. Like, I remember this one guy would, like, ask other guys, he'd be like, hey, do you beat your meat?
Ew.
Ew.
Why do you ask that? No.
And then regardless of what, he would ask that in, like, English class. But regardless of if you said yes or no, like, how people were replying to him, he would laugh at you. It was like, you couldn't win. But I remember, like, I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know how to do it. Because there were no pictures, no video. There's no YouTube then. Like, nobody would, like, I'd never seen it. So I was like, I don't know. You gotta do something down there to make something happen. It was very vague.
Like, nothing, like, brush up against you and you're like, oh?
I didn't know where... Obviously, I knew it involved, like, the penis. But I didn't know, like, what you're supposed to do with it.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. If you've never seen it or heard of it, and you just know it somehow involves genitalia... I don't know.
I don't know. I just, like, honestly just knew... how to do it.
I definitely, like, had a bunch of, like, attempts, but I obviously was not doing it right.
How were you doing it wrong?
This is so personal. But I think one time I was, like, in the shower, and I was like, what if I, like, aim water at it? Like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Like...
That's so weird, because I'm pretty sure I started masturbating in the shower, because our shower head in Batavia with... choice.
Right.
And it just aimed it the right way. And like, yeah, it's warm and lay down. Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember freshman year, I think spring of freshman year, we were in science class and we were cleaning test tubes. And everyone in our class was making jokes about it. Everyone was like, oh my God, like making all these like sexual jokes about cleaning test tubes. And I was like, okay. This is it. This is what you have to do. You have to fucking clean a test tube. That's how you do it. And I, like, went home that night, and I was very determined. I was like, I'm gonna do this, finally. And I remember the pleasure was so intense.
Yeah.
That it hurt.
Oh.
That it hurt. It was overwhelming, and it was like overwhelming to the point where it pushes into pain.
I love
it. It was like very like weird.
That,
I remember it very distinctly. But I remember the first time I didn't think of anything. I didn't think of any fantasies or stimulus or anything because I was just so focused on the physical act of doing it.
Same. Like that
was innovative enough.
Yeah, like first like 5 years of masturbating, probably I barely thought of anything.
First 5.
For me, like I was into the sensation, and then especially now, I'm like I want to look at porn. Like I wake up horny because I'm thinking about like having sex and like all that shit. So I'm like and now most of the time like I look at porn and I masturbate. So
yeah, you gotta like keep it fresh and like
fresh and interesting.
That's probably why the porn industry survives, because it's like you can't really watch reruns. Like you gotta be stimulated. You know, you can't be like, new. I know what's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
For me, anyway.
Do you make good decisions when you're horny, you think? Or bad ones?
I think I talked about this on a previous episode, that, like, there definitely have been times where, like, I am horny, and I'll be like, ooh, let's, like, text someone right now. Let's text an ex, like, who I know is also single, and I'll just, like, have sexy text time. And then, and then if I hold off on doing it, though, and I, like, resist, and then after I, like, finish, I'm like, oh my god, thank god I did not do that. Like, I did not want to talk to that person.
Oh.
But my, like, penis was like, let's do it, bitch. And I'm like, no. No. I don't want to reach out to that person.
Oh, man.
But it's like,
I honestly haven't made any... It's been a minute since I made a bad decision when I'm horny. But mostly, like, if I'm making bad decisions in that realm, it's because I'm drunk and horny.
Oh, yeah.
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 And, that ship has sailed. That era has sailed, thank God.
Yeah, I've never made any I've never, like, gone home with somebody. I've never let my, like, dick drive the car to that extent where I've, like, gone home with a stranger or something. Like,
yeah, no.
I've
done that because I was hanging one for the team. Like...
What does that mean?
Like, I was with Jamie, and she was, like, into her guy, and, like, the guy needed a friend, so I'm like, yeah, I guess.
That's a thing? Like, because Jamie liked one guy, you had to, like, go home with the other guy?
Well, I didn't have to. Well, I didn't want her to go by herself.
They were roommates?
They were roommates,
okay.
And, like, luckily they lived very close to us. Like, literally, like, down the street from our Marshfield apartment. So, I remember... I was like, this feels fucking weird. I don't want to be here.
Yeah. So
he, like, finished. She started taking a shower. I immediately, like, got dressed, stole some cigarettes, and, like, ran out of there. Yeah. So, but do you think that person, like, is like, what the fuck just happened? When you, like, text them?
I don't know. I would think about it. I was, like... Because I was, like, texting one of my exes for a while, and I was like, do they think I'm, like... sad, or are they just trying to be nice by fucking talking, like,
have they hit you up, like,
me?
Had they hit you? Oh,
they don't hit me up sexual stuff. It was like just one-sided me for a while.
Ew.
And I was like, I feel like he's just trying to, like, help his sister out, but, like, that just makes me feel like fucking pathetic.
I don't think so. I don't think so, because I feel like you're the one who broke up with that person.
Yeah, well...
You usually wear the pants in the relationship, Smiles, so...
I do, because I have more of my shit together.
And you're hotter than they are.
Yeah, I've always been the person that, like, breaks up with the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because maybe I was the more attractive one.
Yeah. That is the main reason. That is the reason. That is the reason.
I don't know. With Freddie, that one time we were in the fucking Ecuadorian ocean, everything changed.
You was hotter than you at that moment?
I remember this. I had this ex, Freddie, who was, like, Ecuadorian American. We went to Ecuador. I had this horrible trip. It was awful. He, like, wouldn't talk. He wouldn't talk to me for days at a time. Wasn't eating. We kept fighting. But we had been, like, fighting in this, like, seaside town that was supposed to be, like, really beachy and, like, a surfer town. But it was just raining the whole.
Oh, that's terrible.
But then I remember we went. I was so sick of fighting.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just go. Let's just go to the beach right now. We were like staying at this hostel block from the beach. I was like, let's just go and swim.
Yeah.
And he was like, are you sure? I mean, I don't know. Where are we? And I was like, get off your fucking trunks. We got to get out of this room where all we're doing is hating each other.
Right.
So we like went into the ocean, and I think it was because like it had been raining and stuff. So like the light, it was like sunlight mixed with clouds.
Yeah.
Like it was like yellow and gray. And then I bought in these swim trunks from H&M that were like this beautiful like green with a little bit of blue in it, and like yellow and blue, and like his like Ecuadorian skin like in that sunlight with the water. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Freddie, you are beautiful right now. And he was like, what? I was like, this is insane. Like in that moment, he was like easily the more attractive one in my eyes. Like it's something about that light and the swim
the
trunks
lighting. It's always about the lighting.
It's
always about the stupid lighting.
Yeah. I was like, and his like black beard was like wet, and his like white teeth.
Oh, he has very good teeth.
Yeah, I was like,
very good teeth.
It was insane. I'll never forget that. Like how beautiful he looked in that moment.
Do you think he listens to the show?
No. We haven't talked since we broke up. And that was over 3 years ago. That was like 3.5 years ago.
Oh.
How does being horny like affect you on a daily basis? Like walking around, driving, at work, like
wow. Driving is honestly when I'm the horniest, I think. Because I think a lot. And I listen to our show.
Yeah.
And then I'm listening to My Favorite Murder and also NPR and music. So 4 things. 4 things make me horny. Like
NPR?
I don't know, because I'm thinking of...
You're like Melba Lara. Ooh.
Yeah.
Stevens Keep.
I don't know, because I'm like thinking like... Because like nice and quiet and calm.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
Your mind drifts.
My mind is drifting to sexual situations with like certain people, and I'm like, I think about it all the time having sex lately. I don't know what I think it's like, oh, my body's like, oh, it's prime baby making time. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, you're right in your 30s right now. It's not 30, it's 31, bitch. Time's a ticking for you, okay?
You think about having sex with them. Like you imagine the act of sex?
I'm imagining like...
Or foreplay? Or
the
like,
foreplay, because you know how I am. Like, I love the tension.
Yeah.
It's so hot. And then also, like, the act as well, too. Especially at work. Like, it's weird, because I think, like, on the way to work, it's, like, I'm thinking about the build-up, and then at work, while I'm doing stuff, I think about having sex, like, on my desk, or something like that.
So, yeah, I don't imagine, like, sex, or even foreplay a lot. I'm always checking guys out. All the time.
Yeah, there's no... Yeah...
But I think for my own sexuality, I'm more interested in men's bodies. Like I'm biking, right? I bike places. I'm not looking at women at all. Like I'm not taking in their outfits. Even when I travel, I'm not looking at like my friend will be like, oh my God, the women in Greece dress like this. I'm like, what women? I'm really not looking at them at all. Because I'm just like busy, like I'll scan a guy really quickly. I'll look at face. Then I'll drop down to arm, be like, is the arm in good shape? Then I'll drop. It's literally like a scan.
Wow.
And then I'm like, let me look at the ass. Like, it's just like boom, 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 boom. Like, I want to figure out their body quickly. I'm just like a body person.
Are you body or face?
That's like, you can't choose between.
I know, but like, do you look at the face first or do you look at the body first?
Sometimes the body.
Yeah.
Sometimes the body first.
I know. Stupid Adam's like, I'm all about face. I'm like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
No. Are you stupid?
And I think for me, it's like, it is a horniness, but it's also more than that. I feel like it's just like a curiosity. Like, it's like how I'm always trying to look in people's windows at night when you walk around Chicago. I'm always trying to look in people and be like, what's your living room? What color did you paint shit? It's like the same with people, with like guys. I'm like, what's your body? Like, what's under there? How does it work? Like... Like,
what's that whole setup down there?
What's your setup? What's your physique? Like,
do we have like big balls or like?
I don't really look at the bulge either, though. I feel like to me that's like a respect thing, which I'm sure that's my personal value. It's
love.
That's like a thing that's private, and
I don't care.
I don't want people to fucking look at my bulge.
I think it's different when I'm a woman and looking at a guy's bulge. I like male camel toe, as I've said it a million times on this podcast.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't know, it turns me on.
It feels... I don't know why I am like, oh, I'll totally check out a guy's, like, everything, but then the bulge, I'm like, that's inappropriate. Like, that's personal, that's private, that's their thing.
That's their thing.
Like...
They can show me later, though.
Right.
If they want to. Are there things that, like, that turn you on that you think shouldn't turn you on?
Like, what?
I don't know.
You have, it's obviously, opinions of you. You ask yourself this question, because I need examples.
I'm too afraid to say.
Besides nuns.
I think I like pain.
Mm.
And I like being dominated.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really expressed that a lot in the bedroom before, but, like, listening to My Favorite Murder sometimes, I'm like, I'm turned on right now a little bit. Wonder why that is. Interesting. So I think, like, I've expressed to, like, whoever I'm hooking up with, like, oh, I want you to slap my ass. And this one time I'm hooking up with somebody and he's like, oh, really? You want me to slap? I'm like, yeah. It's like, okay, he was, like, excited about it.
Yeah.
And he slapped it. I'm like, you're hesitating. Don't hesitate.
Yeah.
And he was like...
That's not fun.
And he was, like, kind of, like, surprised that, like, I noticed. I'm like, yeah, I could fucking feel that shit.
Yeah.
And then he was still, like... Second time, still definitely hesitating. Third time, he kind of let go. And, like, because it was kind of sweet because he didn't want to, like, hurt me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, don't fucking hesitate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm also watching, like, American Horror Story. And, like, there's that leather or latex guy. It's not leather, it's latex.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of turns me on.
Like people wearing latex?
Like, a whole suit. Like, when there's, like, a sexual scene with the latex guy, I'm like... And I think, like, I would want that person to wear it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure if I want to wear it.
It goes with your theme of you're always naked and they're not. Mm-hmm. So might as well just put them in latex.
It might as well.
Yeah.
Might as fucking well. Yep.
I wonder if it's, like, a squeaky. If it's, like, like...
Yeah. But they're silent, because they don't want to reveal, like, who that person is.
Oh, they're masked?
They're masked. Oh, yeah. Everything's covered in latex, and they have, like, these 2 breathing holes and stuff. And the zippers is behind. And,
that's, like, scary to me for some reason.
It's supposed to be scary, but I'm fucking weird as fuck, and it turns me on. So, yeah.
I was thinking about... So I've always been into men wearing baseball caps. Mm-hmm. And I'm into... beards, especially a black beard. I'm into really any. You can be clean shaven. I'm not fucking picky. You can be clean shaven, stubble, mustache, beard. I don't care. But a black beard is my fucking kryptonite. I'm glad that I got to date Freddie, who had one. Mm-hmm.
And he had very good teeth, so it like.
Yeah, great smile. Yeah, great. Whole situation. But I was thinking about because especially when I see a guy and they're wearing like, say they're wearing a navy baseball cap, like all navy, and then they're wearing a navy polo that's the same color. That to me is even better. Oh. Or if they were wearing a red baseball cap and a red shirt. And I was thinking about it. I was like, why?
Monochromatic?
I was like, it's because it's starting to mimic a uniform. It's starting to get that uniform idea, which is like authority and like working class. They have a job to do. Like, this is my normal clothes. I'm like dressed up. Like, so I was like, oh, it's verging into uniform, which is like sexy. I wish I could wear hats. So pissed. Thanks, God. God's like, you can have a giant fucking head. And if you don't see your hair, your face doesn't make sense anymore. That's how it's going to work for you and basically your entire family. Then all the Johnsons. I've tried.
Well, nuns can wear habits, so there you go. They're like,
Yeah.
Trade-off.
So do you remember when we tried to do that thing that they did on Seinfeld? Where we...
Yes.
I
secretly lost, but I pretended.
Okay, let's explain what this is, but this is new information. So, Marika, me, our friend Mike, and I think my brother Zachary maybe,
yep.
did that bet from Seinfeld where we were like, who
can last longest
without masturbating.
Yep.
We didn't put any money on the line.
Nope.
It was just a pride thing.
Pride and
I thought all these years that Marika won, but now I'm a little confused about what she's saying. Marika?
Wait, how long have they held this secret?
Since we were like senior 17.
Years of high school.
Uh-huh. Do you want to tell me what really happened?
Yeah, I was home alone. I was horny in the living room, but I did it.
How many days did you last into our bed?
Oh, it was between you and I.
But I only lasted a week. Did I actually even win then? You did it before that?
I did it before that because I remember, like, as I was, like, finishing, like, God damn it, like, Miles won. So.
Well, I'm glad that I only had to wait 13 years to find out that I fucking won. Because I remember very distinctly, like, I remember I was like, didn't do it. But then, like, every time, my brain would just want to, like, it was getting hornier and hornier, so it was just creating more sexual fantasies. Like, it became very easy to slip into, like, a very, like, sexy idea. And I think what I ultimately thought of was, do you know the character, like, Zangief from Street Fighter? He's, like, the big Russian one, and he's wearing, like, a red Speedo, and he has, like, brown, like, he looks like a bear. He has, like, a big brown beard and, like, brown chest hair. And, like,
I think so,
big, like, bracelets. He's just, like, a big, like, strong, slow character. But I think I fucking was, like, I had played Street Fighter that day, and I was, like, I'm fucking thinking about Zangief's giant, Russian, scarred, muscular body. And we gotta take care of this.
We gotta take care of this.
Mama's gotta take care of this. That's how I lost. Or I guess I won. Miles
I'm
gonna collect interest on our wager, which was 0.
Yeah. So I was like, I remember, like, I'll just lie. They believe a woman because women last longer than guys.
Right. Wow.
Well, how often do you masturbate now?
Not as much as I did when I was younger. When I was younger, I would do it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, like, every other day, like, sometimes every day. Now it's maybe, like, once or twice a week or something.
For me, I could go, like, months without masturbating, I think, or, like, weeks without doing it. And now, as I'm getting older, I'm, like, sometimes I did it 4 times a week.
Yeah.
And other times, other weeks I don't do it at all.
Yeah.
And, like, some mornings I'm, like, so freaking horny. I'm, like, oh, my God. I'm, like... And sometimes I'm horny in a different way where I'm, like, I don't want to masturbate. I want someone else to please me. And, like, even me masturbating will not satisfy anything. And, like, it's not getting me off. And I'm, like, fuck. God damn it. I'm late for work and I didn't finish. It
is kind of like a weird... like a safety valve almost for your horniness. It's like masturbation. It's like you gotta just get it out of your system.
Yeah,
like
I think it's it's for your health.
I think it is healthy.
It's for your health.
Nuns. It's healthy.
It's healthy.
Should we do questions? We have questions.
We have questions, guys.
Questions. Finally. Not because anybody emailed us, because I went around the office and I asked coworkers questions. Okay, I guess we can do like 2?
2? Yeah.
It's too frivolous to do 2 because we have so many. Okay, this one I feel like is a good one from Rika. How do you find new music besides Spotify?
Ooh. Shows.
Like concerts, you mean?
No, like
TV shows. Oh.
TV shows. I try it that way. The show that I'm really into for music is Insecure. By Issa Rae, and basically it's about her life being in LA, being 30, figuring shit out,
being a black woman,
trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life. So very relatable. A lot of good hip hop music, obviously, R&B. Yeah, and like also Instagram.
Oh, like how?
Celebrities or friends, like they take a screenshot of what music they're listening to that they're really digging right now, and then Miles.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I pretty much like gave up on new music. Like I listen to like K-pop, but I find that through there's a very active like Reddit for that with like 300,000 people on it or something. Yeah. So that, but as far as like. I used to seek out a lot of Western music, especially British music, back in the day, and I remember there was a blog where he blogged about X-Men comics, but he would also talk about the British chart in great detail and like link the videos and talk about the top like 40 in Britain, and I would find a lot of stuff through that. Okay. But I don't really like where British music is right now. I was more into it in like 2010.
Where is it right now?
Tropical House. Forever, basically.
Oh, I like that. anyways.
The Travel House is fine. We've just been in it for too long for my taste. Sometimes, like, Song Exploder. Do that. That's a podcast where, like, musicians, like, dissect one of their songs.
Oh, I used to go on Rap Genius a lot, which is basically, like, people go there to look at lyrics and then find the meanings of the lyrics a little bit. And then they would, like, have, like, the top searches or whatever. And I guess SoundCloud back in the day. Kind of.
Yeah. I used to go on Pop Justice, too, for British stuff. But then I literally just don't like where a lot of Western pop music is right now, so I kind of stopped. And I would try to get into indie in college, but nobody can sing, so...
Garden State was my jam back in the day, first freshman year of college.
Yeah. Do we have another question?
We do have another question. Okay, so this is also from my coworker. Her best friend is engaged to a guy that she doesn't like. Okay?
Okay.
This best friend and her, like, been together since they were 14. Like, very close. Like, they drop out of college together. They got their cars together. Like, a lot of, like, life moments.
Drop out of college together. Okay.
Yeah. Like, a lot of life moments happen.
Yeah.
Like, together.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, and throughout their entire friendship, they said, like, oh, you're going to be my maid of honor. I'm going to be maid of honor type of thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, my coworker is feeling like she's going to, like, her best friend's going to ask her sister to be the maid of honor instead of her. Mm-hmm. And she has no idea how to approach a situation. Like, her and fiance don't get along, but the sister gets along with her fiance.
The groom has a better relationship with the bride's sister than this girl.
Yeah. So,
But how can she express that she wants to be maid of honor?
Right. Exactly.
But the maid of honor has not been named yet.
No, hasn't been named yet.
She just has an idea that it's going to be the sister.
Yeah, she just has, like, an inkling that it's going to be her.
Oh, God, okay. It's hard because I'm not in her shoes because I'm just like, talk to her. But I'm like, no. What really needs to happen?
Talk to her.
Talk to her, but...
But what do you have...
You gotta craft that, right?
Yeah.
Do you write it down first and kind of shape the words that way? Like, don't memorize it, but maybe write down everything you're feeling. Write down everything you're feeling.
Oh, that's such a good way to do that.
Then it'll help you process it, and you can really focus on what your message is when you
right.
talk to her.
And I told her, like, this means a lot to you. Like, you're part of her life, and you don't want to miss this big part of her life.
She'll regret it if she doesn't ask.
Yeah. That's the type of thing, like, you're all, like, I know you don't want to make this about you, but it kind of is about you because you guys shared a lot of your life together.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, and, like, when you get married to your significant other... she's going to be maid of honor, and then you're going to be thinking, like, fuck, I wasn't your maid of honor type of thing. Like, I feel like that would bother her. But, yeah, no, I think she really needs to talk to her and just be straight up and, like, just be, this is how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I think, like, even...
she could be like, I don't expect anything from this conversation, but
exactly.
I want you to let you
know. Exactly. I think I didn't make that point across when we were talking about it. But, yeah, like, I just want to let you know how I'm feeling. Not that, like, pick me or your sister.
Yeah. That's,
like, fucking stupid.
Has she thought about pushing her sister down a well?
I think she has, but there's no wells around there or close by, so,
I know
like...
one.
What?
Oh. I know a good well.
Okay.
Used it a few times. Who's your maid of honor going to be?
I don't know anymore. Depends, like, how old I get and if I get married at this point. Like, I'm 31. Like, is this going to even happen?
I don't know. I'm thinking about that for myself. I'm like, I don't know. Horny and single. And unmarried.
I'm ready to mingle.
We out here, fam.
Out here. Okay? We're hot. What the fuck?
Yeah. Successes of the week.
Oh, I forgot about that. We went to the racetrack for this company outing. Your work? My 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And I won some money. I won $1.50.
Because you bet on a horse and it won or something?
Mm-hmm.
You only got $1.50?
Yeah. Also, we got a kitty.
Oh, that's a big success. Yeah. 1 or 2?
Well, okay, so it's a barn cat, and unfortunately, you have to catch them, and we only caught one.
Wait, back up.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a barn, they release a bunch of kittens, and you catch them.
No, they're born in a barn.
Okay.
And we know someone that works at a horse barn.
Yeah.
And we have to catch them. So we only caught one.
With a Pokeball or like what?
Just grab them. Because they're in these bales of hay, so it's like fucking kind of hard.
Yeah.
So like we only caught one. She's so cute and she likes being around people, and she'll like lay on you and purr and stuff.
It's everything you ever wanted. What's her name?
Princess Buttercup.
Like from
Princess Bride?
Princess Bride.
Darn tootin'. Okay.
You're not happy with that.
No, I'm not. Think of a better name than Princess Buttercup, please.
That's so easy. Every name is better than that.
I know. Thank you.
Any name.
Any name. No offense to people who want really feminine names, okay? I would like a more slightly masculine, universal, feminine name, okay? More androgynous name thing, all right? That's what I would like. That's also nerdy. You guys want to chime in? Please feel free to go ahead to idkpod@gmail.com.
And submit cat names. That's a new thing. Oh, my success is that I've been saved. I've been saved en Espanol. Today, someone buzzes my door.
Okay.
And they're like, Buenos dias! And I was like, hello? And they're like, Buenos dias! And I was like, Buenas. And I didn't know what to do, so I just left them in the front door. I buzzed them in the front door.
What?
I don't know.
They're robbers. No, not being racist, but they could be straight. They're strangers.
I buzz anybody in. I don't know. I mean, because
Oh, great, Miles.
So I go to my front door of my building. There's 5 people there. They're Latina. I don't know of what country of origin.
Yeah.
But Latina. There's a mom. There's another woman. There's another woman. Then there's a daughter who's maybe 10 or 11.
Okay.
So maybe there's 4.
Okay.
Here to spread the word of Christ. Para mí. So, but it's all in Spanish. And basically I was having a little bit of fun because they were speaking to me in Spanish. And I never get to use that. My Spanish sucks. But I was just speaking 2 or 3 words at a time. We were having a fucking conversation. And I was like, oh my God. My foreign language nerdiness was ooh, this is cool. And on her phone pulls up Revelations 21 in Spanish. She's talking about how God is gonna fucking limpiar my lágrimas.
What's lágrimas?
Tears.
Oh.
Clean my tears. She goes through this passage. I'm catching maybe I actually was grateful that she was showing it to me the text because I could read it.
Yeah.
I'm even though I believe in God, so I'm I don't know why I have to be saved right now.
All right.
But then I was oh yeah, creo en Dios, I believe in God. She was oh my God, in Spanish. She was oh yes.
Adios mío.
Yeah. I don't know. Something just felt so respectful or just the fact kind. The fact that they would speak to me in Spanish and they would let me struggle and speak back to them. Aww. And no one no one tried to switch into English or anything. We were gonna do it in Spanish. So it was just
That's
fun.
That's so nice.
Guys, that's our episode.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's horny but also religious.
Yeah.
Because Marika likes it like that.
Spank me with a roller.
You can email us at idkpod@gmail.com.
Or
we have an Instagram.
IDK, I don't know what I'm doing.
No,
pod.
No.
What?
No.
What is it?
IDK, what I'm doing.
Okay.
Pod.
What?
Do that. You can we have a lot of actually iTunes reviews right now. We have 17 iTunes reviews, which is amazing. So thanks for your reviews, your questions, your love. We love you.
Yeah.
We're failures, your failures. Bye failures.
Bye failures. Humping the keyboard a little bit, I guess. I don't know.
Really?